One of the most common items in every household that needs repair is the power extension. The necessity of having to use power extensions is the fact that most houses are designed with only 2 to 4 power outlets in every room. Without dependence on electronic devices, gadgets, and appliances, we obviously need more power outlets, and that's what power extensions are designed for. This is a UK standard power extension, the same kind that is being used here in the Middle East. It is rated at 240 volts, 13 amperes. It comes with 4 outlets, a protective fuse, a power switch, and a power indicator light. It is very common that this item gets broken because it is commonly abused. Since it is portable, we tend to pull it here and there and toss it everywhere. And we tend to plug in too many devices into it until it overloads and burns. But since we don't have any defective power extension, instead, we will be assembling one. This will give you an idea on how to repair a defective one. But safety first. If you are trying to fix or if you are trying to work on an extension and you wanted to open it, you have to make sure that you have to unplug the power from the power source. Many people are afraid of working on electrical fixtures because of the risk of getting electrical shock or explosion. But if you follow safety procedures and instructions, as I will show to you, rest assured that nothing bad will happen. We will start by opening this particular cover. In the inside, you will see 3 connectors. One is labeled as earth. The second one is labeled as L, which means line. And the third one is labeled as N, which means neutral. This is called a rubber grommet. This protects the cable from getting cut because of the edge of this casing. And this one is called a cable grip. It holds the cable in place. This one holds the cable in place so that when you pull it, the connection will not be disconnected from the connectors. So the next thing that we have to do is we have to measure the cable. Well, you just have to estimate it, like you know how long it will go. So from here, then you have to pinch this cable. You have to pinch it lightly because you have to avoid cutting the wire inside. And that's not good if you cut it. And then you try to bend it like this until it gets totally cut. And then it will expose 3 cables here, 3 wires. Okay? This one is green and yellow, is supposed to be for the earthing, for the earth or the ground. The brown one is for the line. And the blue one is for the neutral. Make no mistake with the color coding, because you might trip the circuit breaker. From here, you have to cut it, you have to measure it this way. Okay, so that will be okay. No, sorry, this one, the yellow will have to go to the earth. This one will be there, and this one will be there. Okay, so I have to cut this. Stripping cable requires a little skill, you know, so I have to do it this way and then pull. So you just needed this much length. Okay. And then you have to twist the strand of wire so that all the strands will be together. And you can just insert those things and then tighten the screw. But in my case, I like to solder the end of this so that I'm sure that the strands will be together all the time. Okay, that's good enough, but make sure to insert the rubber grommet so that there will be protection. Okay, and then we'll have to insert the green and yellow to the connector with the label of earth or ground. Have to loosen it. You have to make sure that it is tight enough that when you pull it, it will not come off. Because if it is loosely connected, this thing will generate a spark and it will burn. Now, since it's already been fastened correctly, you have to put back the rubber grommet, and then we'll have to secure it with this cable grip so that if you pull it, the connector will not come off. Okay, just tighten up, and then we'll have to cover it. Put back the cover. Now we finish this end, then we'll have to do the other end. As you can see, the plug comes with some instruction. It shows here that the brown cable will have to go to the connector with the label L, which is the line. And the blue cable will have to go to the N, which is neutral. And the green and yellow cable will have to go to the E, which is earth. Okay. You have to follow this instruction. It will be the same thing from this side. You know, brown goes to L. Green and yellow will have to go to earth. And then the blue will have to go to the neutral or N. Okay. So actually this is not necessary anymore. Have to open this. Same thing as with the power strip, it comes along with the cable grip. So we'll have to open it. We'll have to remove it in the meantime. Okay, and then we have to loosen the connectors. See here, as usual, the connectors are labeled. The one with the fuse is labeled as L, which is line. The brown will be connected here. This one is labeled N, which is neutral, and the blue wire will have to come here. This one is labeled E, and the green-yellow cable will have to be connected here. Okay? Now we'll have to measure it again. I have to do that. Same way, we have to pinch this wire lightly. You have to avoid cutting the wires inside. We don't want to cut that. Okay, bend it until it breaks and then pull. Okay. Now from here, you have to do measuring again. The brown will have to go here, the yellow will have to go there, and the blue will have to go there. So most of the time, you'll have to cut it this way, okay? The yellow will be longer, green and yellow will be longer, the blue will be a little bit shorter, and the brown will be a lot shorter, okay? From there, we have to strip it again, just like the other end. Okay. Twist. To make sure that all the strand of the wire will be all together. Okay, and then let's, okay, let's solder it. Soldering is actually optional. You can also connect this cable without soldering it. But for me, soldering it is way better because all of the wire strands are stuck together. Okay, so start by inserting the yellow and green here. Okay, it's not loose enough. Okay. Okay, tighten it. And then the blue. It is much easier if you start from the yellow and green and then blue, and then the last one that you will be connecting will be the brown. And we'll test it if it will not, if it is tight enough. Okay, it's not coming off. Okay, that's good. So let's tighten it a little bit more. Okay, make sure. Okay, now we'll have to secure it again with the cable grip. Okay, let's put back the cover and then secure it. And let there be light. Good.